Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to come to you today and do a little training on converting. I was just starting to say that I feel like I need to do a training like this more frequently, especially with converting. And I want to start off by telling you this. Our team is in so much momentum, and the one of the reasons that we are is because there is so much converting already going on our team. And so many people are converting, which is awesome. And but some people are not, and I want to help everybody to convert. And I want everybody to convert at a higher rate too, right? We want to convert more people. And we also want to work through those like sticky situations where you're getting objections and you don't know how to respond. So I'm going to start off and just do a little short training here on converting, and then I'm going to open it up for questions, and more people are coming in here. So I am recording this and we'll make this available. Okay. So first of all, I do want to congratulate, oh my gosh, some power rankings just came out, and I just want to congratulate the whole team because not only as our team as a whole, we've gone up to number 3 in the world, 3 in North America, 3 in United States, and it's showing myself as number 1 in Florida. So I was so shocked when I actually hit number 1 in Florida, you guys, because there's like some really amazing leaders in Florida. And guess who's number 2 in Florida? Someone on our team as well. And that is Rachel Gershowitz. Okay, I don't think she's on yet, but then I just got another message from Lisa Finn. Lisa Finn is number 5 in Florida. Congratulations. And so you guys send me your power rankings. I want to celebrate you all. And one thing that the power rankings are show is they're showing that you're converting, because there's multiple categories to be in the power rankers, and converting is a big part of it. Team building, signing people up for subscriptions, uh, things like that. So if you go to the dashboard, if you want to understand the power ranking more, if you go to your dashboard and you scroll down to the bottom, there's a chart there, and it shows several different categories that are the power rankings are determined by, and what your percentage is in each one of those categories. There's like leadership, subscriptions, number of different categories. So let's hop right into it. And Lisa, I know you just got on here, but I was just wishing congratulations to the team. Lisa Danks sent me her power rankings, and she's killing it too. So I want to congratulate you, Lisa, as well. She's number 1 in her state, Tennessee. That's awesome, Lisa. Oh
It's
my
funny.
gosh. There's like a lot, there's leaders in your state as well. So number 7 in the country, 7 in North America. Oh boy, here we go. Cindy Ward. Cindy's number 1 in Ohio. Woo, good for you. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. So anyhow, I want to celebrate everybody. And so send me stuff when you guys get updates. And anyways, okay. So how does converting start? It all starts by number 1, plugging into the system. We're plugging into the system. We're posting 9 and 3. We're boosting our posts. We're making sure that we comment on 12 other people's posts, and we are then replying to those comments. Again, that's the passive way of doing the business. If you have not added in any active recruiting, that is something that you want to start doing. And active recruiting is where we're actually reaching out to people specifically that you want on your team. And so if you haven't made a list yet of people that you do want on your team, and they're not here yet, make a list, okay? Reach out to your upline leader. We will help you with how to reach out to those people individually. So we will help you do what we call active recruiting. Passive is with the social media system of growth. And remember, the key with the system of growth is you've got to be consistent. You have to keep doing it. Even when you have weeks that seem like, okay, is anybody going to reach out to me? You got to keep doing it. You just have to stay consistent. I can't tell you how many times in the last year and a half that people have reached out to me. Oh, I've been watching you for this many months. Imagine if I had stopped. I had some people watch me from the beginning, very first time I started posting. And it took them like a long time to reach out to me. So don't ever stop doing that, even if you're feeling discouraged. Now, if you need to spice it up on your social media, one thing I want to encourage you to do, and guys, this took me so long to do because I was so chicken to go live on social media. All right. I can't even tell you how long it took me to go live. I want to encourage you to go live at least 2 times a week. I don't care what you talk about, what you're going live about. It doesn't matter. Just go live, because what you're going to do is you're going to trip the algorithm in your favor to get more eyeballs on your content. That's a whole side note, right? But the system of growth does not work unless you're adding in other stuff alongside of it, such as continuing to give updates on your drop experience. Sprinkle that stuff in. Your testimony, sprinkle it in. Every time, you might be thinking, "Oh, I haven't talked about my energy level in a while. I'm going to do a post about my energy and how much the drops have helped me with my energy." Or I'm going to do a post about the puffiness has gone down, or like Rachel was talking about her trigger finger. She had a finger that was her thumb that, caused her a lot of pain, and she had a nodule on it, and how that went down. So, we all have unique experiences on these drops. Let's start sharing and sprinkling those things in. And what you might think is something that's not a big deal could be a really big deal for someone. Now, I just did a reel today. I don't even know if anybody got the humor in it, but it was basically about my mood and how the drops really help me lift my mood. And so if you can, start sprinkling in reels, and think to yourself every day, how can I add value to people? How can I contribute to the world on social media? Make the world a better place by adding value through something that you share outside of the drops, right? This is not just we're only posting about the drops on social media, but this is really an important part of converting, in my opinion. And I'm swinging it back around because people need to see that you're a human being, you're multifaceted. The drops are just one part, right? Your business is one part of you. Sometimes it's more often we're doing business posts, yes, but make sure you are sharing your life and who you are and what matters to you on social media. Okay. Um, so the converting part starts with you being real, with you actually caring about people and loving people. And as soon as you get that dropper, you are going to thank them for buying the drops and tell them you appreciate them. And you're going to ask them what their health goals are. Now, we heard a training from Brenda Carlton that was like, get on the phone right now. Now, if you can get on the phone right away, that is so valuable because they can really hear that you care by a phone conversation, right? And you can really listen to them and say, tell me more about your health goals. So, I think that really helps to build relationships long term by getting on the phone. So think about doing that if you haven't done that yet. But even in a message, you're like, tell me about your health goals. you want to know what it is they want to improve. Otherwise, you don't know how to support them through the whole process with the drops, right? You don't know how to help them if you don't know what you're helping them through. And so every time, they send me a message, if it's really vague, I actually ask for more information. Because you know how many times I've gotten a message that says, I want to lose weight. Well, okay. How much weight would you like to lose? So ask those questions. And sometimes it has nothing to do with weight, and it's about feeling better, sleeping better, having more energy, bringing down the cortisol. So everybody's different. If there's somebody that doesn't need to lose weight, um, they don't have to worry about being as strict with eating, right? So, um, anyway, so in the follow-up, after I get their health goals, then I will send them the after purchase instructions. I wait till I've kind of chatted with them first. And then after I send those after purchase instructions, I will say, let me know when you get the drops. And that really opens the door to hearing back from them first. And then from there, I'm checking in multiple times in that first week, at least 2 times, guys. Every few days initially, you're looking for that win. How's it going? Tell me your win so far. And I do let people know that in their first week, they might notice some detox symptoms because the drops have a detox-like effect. So if they do feel like a little rumbly tummy, a little headache, tired more than normal, that's normal. That the drops have a detox-like effect for some people in the beginning. They actually feel it. Other people don't notice anything yet. But where was I going with that, guys? I'm on a tangent here. So I just lost my train of thought.
You were talking about just being just continuing to show who you are and be multifaceted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do the
Yeah. So then we're checking in with them. We're checking in with them, right? And that's another way that you're showing your customer that you care. A lot of times we hesitate to check in with our customers because we're like, oh, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to be like too much. I actually will lay that foundation from the beginning. I'll be checking in with you. I want to support you. I'm here for you. So it's not a surprise when I reach out to them. And you're looking for that first win with the drops, and you make a really big deal about it.
Hey,
Um,
Stacy.
yes,
I'm sorry, this is
go
Terry,
ahead.
but I just got a new gal that is so pumped and excited to change her health goals. And I also let her know that the box is in the mail. Please let me know when you get them and then what day you're planning on starting. And just so you know, these drops come with a coach, and that's me.
That's
So,
awesome. I love that.
yeah,
That's a great tip.
I think that's kind of saying what you're saying. It's like I want them to be successful and I want to help coach them through their ups and downs, their wins, their struggles during this whole process. So
Mhm.
I just wanted to add on to what you've been saying.
So yes, thanks for sharing that, Terry. I really believe this is the foundation to converting with the passive way, right? This is the passive way of recruiting onto your team, which is you're kind of waiting, right? You're waiting for them to try the product, get a win, and then we want to convert them. Now, we just went through a challenge that the company had where they opened it up to enroll anybody as a brand partner. And what they said was any size order. And that kind of threw me for a loop because I've never signed somebody up with one product. I think I did it one time in all this time. It's rare that I will sign somebody up with one product, okay? And let me tell you why. We need to put value around the brand partner account. Does that make sense? We have to put value around it. I don't even offer it as an option to people because here's why. Their account is not even activated without a 200-point order.
Yeah.
That's number one. Okay. So, and it just is proven that if they start with more products, they're more committed. Now, I'm not saying you can't ever sell a box if someone truly says to you, "Oh my gosh, I literally cannot do it." Right? Um, I'm not telling you, first of all, I'm not going to police anybody. I'm not here to be the police. I just want to tell you that from the beginning, I was taught to value that account. And therefore, I don't even like talk about it as an option to sign up with anything less than a 200-point order. So when the conversion comes into place, it's really this is the question is, would you like another box for 167, or you might want to get your own account to save? Okay, so and as soon as people say, what's the account? This is a really great time to just be like, hey, let's connect for a few. Can you chat? I can explain the discount. And you can bring in your upline to help you with explaining the discount. Now, there is verbiage in the boards. If you go under text scripts, you look under the Dr. Laura Fortner video, you will see under there is converting verbiage. And that's what I've been doing. And I had tracked it for a while, and I found it to be, I converted so many people with this verbiage that we decided to put it in to boards. And so if you'll look at that, it actually gives you some options for packages. Like, for example, the two most popular packages that I offer with the to be a brand partner is like, if they are not interested in the business, guys, and they just want to shop, it's either a 4-pack of drops or 2 drops and 2 Advantage. I find those to be the most popular ones that go. The 2 drops and 2 Advantage is a great deal because it's actually a little less expensive, right? It's $310 versus $371. Sorry, my dog just ran away. Sadie! I don't want to lose her. 1 second, guys. Okay, there she is. I'm really sorry. I thought she went on the road. So really I just assume like this is what the offer is. Okay. Do you want one box, or you might want to get your own account to save? And the savings is by come here. The savings is by getting a 200-point order. Now, I don't tell them it's a 200-point order. I say, you can open your account with either a 4-pack of drops, or you might want to do 2 drops and 2 Advantage. We always recommend people add in Advantage that haven't met their weight loss goal yet. And everybody wants an extra set of drops on hand anyways. So with the 2 and 2, you have it. And then we'll put 1 drop and 1 Advantage on subscription. And we'll do that until you've met your weight loss goal. Now, we can adjust your subscription at any time, but that's normally what I'll do with that package. Now, with the 4 drops, if they're not doing the business, I really do try to get everybody on a 100-point subscription, but not everybody, is ready for that. If they're doing a 4-pack of drops, I try to add in a different product on subscription, because we know the more things that they add in, they're going to get more results with these products. They're going to reach their goals quicker if they are using more than one product. Lisa, were you going to say something?
No, I actually wasn't. But if you've got time for a little sidebar on the 4-pack,
Sure.
I have a question going on in my organization, and I'm not going to even go down that path because I don't want to derail anybody, but take this as a blanket statement. If I sign somebody up with a 4-pack, okay, I have an option. I can sign them up, or I can sell them 4 out of my stash, right? Which you taught me and recommended. You can sell them like they did on the Good Friday, or the Friday specials. What were they? Black Friday, where you sell 3 of them for the cost of 167, which is 501, but you ship them 4 boxes, okay? Which helps you get rid of your stash. It also helps you make good profit because you really want to make sure that you're putting profit in your brand partner's pockets, correct? But let's just say you have somebody that wants to buy 4-pack because they committed to 120 days, right? They don't want to be a brand partner and work the business. So the only options you have, right, is to sign them up as a brand partner / customer, starting with a 4-pack and getting them on subscription, just like you talked about, right? The other option is to not sign them up because you're waiting to see if they will want to work the business up someday, and you're getting hung up on the fact that what if they start? We don't want to miss their first 4 Fridays of Ultimate. I think I know what the answer is, but I'm letting you know that that's going on out there.
Mm-hmm.
How would you respond to that? Because I
Okay,
know,
well, first of all, uh, every time I ask, would you like another box for 167, or you might want to get your own account to save, no matter how they respond, it doesn't matter. I then follow up with saying, do you have any interest in the income side of this at all?
right.
And so I'm going to know if there's interest at all. It could be no, it's totally fine, but
Would
if
you,
they
let me
give
ask you
you,
this question. Would you
Mhm.
ever not sign somebody up with a 4-pack or a 200-point order because you thought, well, what if one day they sign or they want to do the business and make an income, and I've already signed them up and we're going to miss out on their first 4 Fridays? My response would be no, I would still sign them up. And if they decide to build the business in that first 4 Fridays, I would make it my job to get them onboarded and get 30 boxes sold to get to Ultimate. But they may be a year down the line, they may be 2 years down the line, and I don't think that we want to leave that business off the table. Don't we want to add them in as brand partners or not?
Good question. It's a matter of philosophy. Okay, Susan Frank is highly successful in our upline. She teaches her team not to sign people up unless they want to do the business. Okay,
Okay.
what her philosophy and motto is to protect the retail customer, protect the initial income for the brand partner. Okay. Now,
How, okay.
I don't
However,
have that philosophy. I want people to make money, yes. But I also have I signed people up? Have I waited to sign people up in the past? I have. I have done that. But if I were to do it again, I would have signed them up. Okay. And just my personal opinion, I think that like get them an ID number, get them in the system, get them on the tree.
so
And
would you ever, and I think I know the answer to this again, but I'm just doing this so that this is a recorded call and it's out there. If I sell 4 boxes to somebody that does not want to be on subscription, they do not want to make money. I would not, I don't know if you would, I would not order it at my cost and ship them 4 boxes for $371. That cuts out the retail profit. It also discounts our products. That means our brand partners that duplicate that will not make enough money, right? So
okay, hold on. You said don't sell them, don't order at your discount and ship it to them.
yes, in other words, if you order it, okay,
If
so
someone gives you 501, is that what you're saying?
no, if they're only going to give you the wholesale cost, 371. In other words,
I don't sell it for 371. So
that's what I wanted you to, that's what I wanted you to,
no, if someone, first of all, the account is a valuable thing. That's what my opinion is. And the account is a subscription account. So I don't ever sign somebody up for it without a subscription. Otherwise, you just literally throw away your discount. Why would you sign somebody up without
well, even if they're not signing up, they're just getting a 4-pack and the brand partner is putting the order in under somebody else. but not getting the 501, they're getting only 371.
Oh, I would never sell a 4-pack for 371. I
So
mean,
I
a
just
four
wanted
a
you,
4-pack to me is, unless they're becoming a brand partner, it's buy three, get one free. So
right.
whenever I get someone that says, "Oh, 167 is too much," I actually always offer them, you might want to buy three, get one free. You'd be amazed at how
Yep.
many people have taken me up on the offer. Now that's 167 times three. Now, depending on whether I have enough stash or not, if I have enough boxes here, I will literally send them my own boxes. Okay. If I am running low, what I personally do is go into my back office. I order a 4-pack. They literally just gave me 501. So
But they pay you 501, not
they pay me
371.
501. I'm going to order it at 371 and I will ship it to them.
And then you get that profit made on your boxes.
Yes,
So
yes.
I just wanted everybody to hear that because I think a lot of times compassion, we always want to do the right thing for everybody. But in a situation like this, using the system the way that we have it,
Mhm.
if we give customers that discount, we're shooting not only you, but every brand partner you bring into the business in the foot for future reference, right? So we
Yeah.
want to make sure that we're protecting that that cost or that price point, maybe I should say.
Yeah,
And
I mean, we're all independent people. You can do what you want, but really, let's value the account. I just really feel like it's such a valuable thing, and it's our account, right? We don't want to just give it away. But in back to what you were just saying about someone that could do it down the road, there's a couple different ways that someone could become ultimate. Again, if the time passed and down the road, someone's like, "Oh, I want to do it now." Well, in the beginning, I didn't know this was a possibility, okay? For many, many months actually. Um, if someone buys a 30-pack, they're outside of their window, they buy a 1,500 point order, we can call and ask for an exception to be made. Okay. Otherwise, they have to wait for a window to open up from the company. They do that periodically, like once or twice a year. Since I've been here, I've noticed they'll open up a window that people can earn it again that want to earn it. But those are typically the ways. Anyways, I want to open it up for any questions right now. If you could raise your hand if you have a question, please. Actually, we have a small group, so just unmute yourself.
Hey, Stacy, I'll just clarify. If they do that exception, the new volume bonus is not on the table anymore,
Correct.
correct? Okay.
Yes. Thanks for the clarification.
Yep.
that was exactly what I was going to say. The big advantage to the starting off at Ultimate is that when you come out of the gate as a brand partner and you're talking to your friends and you're talking to your family and you're talking to your neighbors and people you know and love and trust, you're usually going to start off with one or two possibilities and possibilities of getting brand partners. So what it does is it gives you that 30% from day one when you go Ultimate. It's not like it's the end all be all. Like, I mean, it's
Or,
for those new brand partners. So I
I'm on
don't
the
think
call. I'm not babysitting right now.
I don't think we need to worry that much. And maybe I'm wrong, but I think the most important thing is that we protect our price point and then get people in as brand partners to build your network and your volume and build your customer base. Because the more they use the products and get on subscription and use other products, the chances are better that they will become a brand partner. But if you ask the question, do you have any interest in the income? And the answer is not yet, I wouldn't want to hold off putting somebody in your network
Well, and
until
that is so
May.
critical to just start. You have to ask everybody. This is a reason why you have to ask everybody if there's any interest in the income side at all, because you want to have that conversation with them to know what's best for them. If you don't have that conversation, then, you know, you might have somebody upset at some point.
That's a
Um,
great point. That's a great
it's really, really important. I think you're doing a disservice to people if you don't at least ask them and see where they're at. Cindy, did you have a question? Let me unmute you, Cindy.
Thanks. I'm on my phone. I couldn't find the unmute button. Well, the only thing I was sort of a question, but when PartnerCo, I'm new, relatively new, and so when they had the Black Friday, when they had the special of convert to PartnerCo just for $1 and all that, I think I signed up 10 people to do that were on the drops, but it sort of now smacked me upside the head a little bit because some of them don't have a subscription, they didn't have a full order, whatever. So now I'm kind of backpedaling to share more products and talk to them a little bit. But yeah, I wish I didn't do that, but it's okay. I mean, we'll just go from here. But it didn't make sense to me. I should have probably
Yeah.
reached out to you, Stacy.
That's okay. Listen, we all, we're all it's a learning curve here for everybody. And I just think the company made a mistake by doing that, because it took people their eyes off of a 200-point order as a starting place for people. I think they probably just wanted to make sure anybody could get in, and I get that. But the whole point is, like, the way I even talk about this account is it is a subscription account. Like, I don't, I don't even sign somebody up without them knowing that, because then it's like, why is there something shipping to me? I didn't sign up for that. And which is why when I do place their order and it shows me their subscription date when I place the order, I actually literally, with every single one of my brand partners, and guys, most brand partners that sign up, they're not working the business, right? Most people that sign up are the discount. To every single one of them, I send them their ID number and their password, and I tell them, your subscription is going to run on this date and every fourth Saturday. We can edit it at any time. If you need to edit it, let me know. I can help you, because there's some, tips. Terry.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. And I think I'm kind of like, I think it was Cindy that spoke earlier. I'm in the same scenario, so I don't want to beat the dead horse. It's the same thing. I think it was like 4 of them that
That's
signed up
okay.
with.
Listen, guys, there's no shame, okay? I don't want you to feel bad about anything. Like, we're
Well, it was
literally all learning together.
right. And we come from Arbonne, and it's like it was always about these specials, these specials, these specials. And so we jumped ahead and I signed up like 4 of them. But the thing is that I went in and put an order in underneath them to get them up to at least the minimum 200 after they just bought 1 box. And so and I put something more on another girl where I thought we did have some conversation about the potential of doing a business. It just wasn't a right now type thing. But so they're all at 200, and they all have a subscription, but it's only like for the box. It's not a 100-point subscription, but that I think is only important if they're looking at getting paid the
Well,
100
they
point.
did say, Terry, they did say, get them to 200 by this date and they'll count. So the idea
Yeah.
was get them to 200, even if it takes, what, a couple weeks or a few weeks. I just personally feel, and maybe you guys are better at selling stuff, I personally feel like it's harder to do that. My personal opinion is it's harder to come back and swing around. But maybe you
I
guys
agree.
are good at that. And
I agree. I think it's important to protect the brand partner. I like what you say. I think that's important, and going forward, that's the technique that I will be using so that they understand they can get these drops And if they're really serious about wanting to take a look at it as business, then we'll up the ante, you know, and I think that makes sense. Because people have to come at their own speed. And then you can, what we're kind of talking about today is you can go back and convert them and get them into understanding it as a business. So thank you.
That's great. And Cindy, did you want to say something else?
I just had one question to kind of go along with that, but have you ever had your folks, when you do offer the subscribe and save? Because I say the same thing, Stacy, that you do. I'll walk them through. You can buy another one from me, but let's take a look at this business. And so some of them that have gone on the subscribe and save, it's actually more than $167 a month for them. So I'm curious, that's tax and shipping. I mean, they're getting it for $150 plus tax and shipping, and it winds up being like $170. So my question is, a few of my friends have said, well, what was the benefit of that? And I'm like, well,
You're
it comes to
talking
your
about
door.
a customer. You're talking about a customer.
Subscribe
Yeah.
and save.
Yeah,
Yes.
I really rarely ever do a preferred customer because it actually costs more usually than to just buy a box of drops through you. So my preferred method is 167 cash through me or sign them up with a brand partner account. And if they don't want to do a 4-box order or 2 drops to renew, it's okay. I'll sell them for 167 again. And I've had people
Right.
do
Okay,
that. They're
good.
not ready for the account and they've bought through me several times. So I just like hold the bar high for that. Really the only reason to sign somebody up with 1 box, I'm trying to think of what would be the reason. It's just like rare that I've ever done it. If someone really wants to do the business and they are so strapped, like they can't even eat food or something, you know, like they're struggling. I would do that and then be like, we got to post and I got to teach how to do this and you got to follow this exactly. And we're going to collect the money and order immediately, you know? But it's not very common. If people do ask me for like, oh, can I try the Advantage or can I try a bag of protein, or they want to try a few things, but they're not ready to be on a subscription, I actually will do a one-time 15% off order. And that's with your promo code in the back office. If you go under the 3 bars, one of the options towards the bottom is promo code. And you just copy it and then you would log out. So you'll see the retail prices, put the retail items in the cart. At the checkout, paste your promo code, and it's a one-time 15% off order. That at least gives people to try some things without the commitment of an account or subscription.
And can I just add, Stacy, what that process would be? Would be to order it for them, ship
Yeah.
it to them. So she's not saying send them the website with the cart and the promo code, right? You're saying
Yeah,
you
I
go
don't
on.
ever send my promo code to
Right.
people because
I
it
just-
doesn't disappear. So
I
it's
just
like,
want to make sure. And I also want to make sure that wasn't something like, you don't need a smart link. This is just going on, ordering it on your ID and your PIN and your password, putting it in the cart, putting the promo code, checking out, shipping it to them, putting it on their credit card, right?
it's actually a retail order, so you would not be logged in.
I mean, not
Because
logged
that
in.
would give you the
Yes,
discount, but
yes,
it's
sorry.
your site. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just so that doesn't make any kind of confusion of sending links and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Debbie, did you have a question?
No, but I guess I was just thinking about how you would handle people that want to get, or they haven't even tried the product, all right? But they are all about wanting the best price available. So, and what I've done in the past is I've explained that they could get started with 4, so they get the brand partner ID. And I explained that it's with a subscription. And they're like, oh, okay, perfect. I'll just cancel it as soon as a week is in or whatever. And I'm like, oh God, that's not exactly the direction we wanted to go, because we just gave away all of our commission. They got the best deal and they're not buying into why they are getting the account. And I'm just wondering how you handle that.
I'd say the account is not for you then, because it is a subscription account and you don't get a discount ongoing without a subscription. Like that's the thing, they won't get the savings. There's no 30% discount if you're not on subscription. So even if they just like, oh, I want a one and done type order, well, you just gave up, you know what I mean?
I know.
So like I would say, well, that's not how the account works. I obviously anybody can cancel anything, right?
Right.
But we want to avoid that and put value around the account and protect your business,
Right.
you
No,
know?
I
So
totally agree. And I do have to make one comment. Um, you guys, definitely want to keep product on your shelf because I was at a position where I only had 2 boxes on my shelf and we were leaving for Destin. So I kind of wanted to make sure that I was back home before the boxes showed up, right? So I was going to time that order. And somebody wanted 3 boxes and I didn't have 3 boxes. And the only way I could get those 3 boxes to her, because she wanted 3, she didn't want me to ship the 2 and later ship the 1. I mean, she was making decisions. And I said,
that's
well,
a
the
good
only,
point, Debbie. I always tell people when you get around 10, reorder. When you have
uh,
about 10 left, reorder. Because
yeah,
you never know. It's the same scenario. You just don't know what's gonna happen.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it might seem like you're putting out a lot of money for those 10, but they're going to go and
Yeah.
you have to be prepared.
Yes, you do. Good point. Thanks for sharing that. Have you guys, and I want to say too, have people canceled subscriptions on me? Absolutely, they have. Okay. It's out of our control, is it not? Like once they get their own account, they have their login, they can decide to do what they want to do, obviously. And so we just want to make sure we explain the account and what it is and how it benefits them. Any other questions?
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Um, if I want to unload my stash and mail out, have you ever mailed out 4?
Yeah.
And if you do, is it cheaper through pirate ship? Like, is there a measurement we do for that? Because I feel like it's expensive when I go into to the stores, or how are you shipping it out price point wise?
Um, Usually I will go to the post office
Just
if
go
it's
in.
4 boxes. Like if it's 2, I'll do pirate ship for each one of them. But if it's 4, I mean, it's up to you. I usually
Yeah.
just put them all together and mail it together.
That's what I was gonna do, but I went in with for 2 boxes and it was way more expensive than pirate ship. So I was just curious if you
It
did
is more
higher up.
expensive to do the post office, but with 4, I don't know if you want to send out individually 4 boxes. It's up to
Right.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that. I don't know if it's right or great or not, but I've done the 4 individually, just like I'm sending out 1. I just do 4 labels.
Yeah.
And it's like it ends up being cheaper than going to the post office, even if I'm doing that. So yeah, they're gonna get 4 of them. Probably not as professional as it should be. It'd be better if I put them in one, but it doesn't
Yeah.
happen often. It may happen like once a month. I
Yeah.
most of
Yeah,
the
it is
time,
easier to get all at once, I think. And if
yeah,
it's 2, I think Lisa, I agree with you. I think it's more professional to
yeah.
just come all
It
together.
doesn't
And when
it
you
doesn't
think about
happen
it,
often for me.
yeah, when you think about it, the boxes are like what, $6 now to ship through
Mhm.
pirate ship, right around there, $5, $6. Usually they're closer to 6 now. If you do 6 times 4, it's 24. I don't know if it's $24 to ship 4. Is it? I don't know that it is.
I
I
don't know.
think
It was
maybe a little
expensive
bit
for
bigger
2.
package. It's not for 2.
I
I could
just
see it being more expensive. Yeah.
I just want to add that I've shipped 2 through Ship Pirate in one bag. I
Yeah.
just got some bags, and you could do 4 as well. The biggest thing is you just have to change the measurements,
Yeah.
and that's all I do is, and then I put it on a scale and weigh it and do it that way. So
Well, you're
I've
super
used
smart then,
Yeah,
Terry.
there
We're
you
not as
go.
smart
There
as
you
you.
go.
I should have just,
that.
well,
I've done
geez,
it.
I should have just
I
asked
You
just
my
share those
mom.
measurements with your daughter?
I
Yeah,
should have
I
just
just weigh
asked
it.
my mom. What was I thinking?
Yeah, there was something Jessica asked me to mail out a book that she did for habit stacking, and I asked them to price it for me, and they said $15. I said, no, I'm going to wait. All right, thank you. Took it back home, weighed it, measured it, did all the measurements, and it was like $5 through Ship Pirate. So
There you go. Terry figured it out. Terry, we're going to be reaching out to you for pirate ship now. Hey guys, I didn't get into three-way calls and things like that, but um, do you have any more questions about specifically converting? Because obviously we want to convert people to your team. And so that is really the goal, is to build your team. And so when someone gives you an objection, when you ask them if there's any, do you have any interest in the income side of this at all? I don't care what their objection is, guys. It's not a no to me. Unless somebody gives me a flat out no, oh my gosh, no way. You know, I still want to get on the phone with them what because of whatever their objection is. So if they say, "Oh, I'm so busy, I don't think I don't have any time for that." I could be like, "You know what? No big deal. Let's connect for a few. I can at least explain the discount." I'm always defaulting back, "Oh, no big deal. It might not be for you anyways. Let's let's hop on the phone. I can at least explain what the discount is." That's how I'm getting people on the phone. That's if it's kind of like a real objection. If they're like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure if I could do this." I'm like, "You know what? You totally could do it. Why don't we chat for a few? I can at least explain what it is." Do you see how casual I'm being? I'm not acting like they got to sign up right this second. And I'm getting them on a phone a lot. Um, Even if they give me an objection. Because once you get on the phone with somebody, you set up the call. So when you agree, they say, "Yeah, okay, I can chat for a few." Then you can be like, "Hey, is now a good time or would tomorrow be better?" Give them an option. Reach out to your upline, Lisa, myself, whoever your leader is. Get them on the phone with your prospect. I promise you, once you hear a number of these, you're going to learn. Because what we do on the three-way call, we actually help connect with that person, listen to that person, overcome the objection, and see if it actually could be a fit. And if it's not, it's okay too. But we don't know unless we have real conversations with people. And the only way we can get real conversations is if we act really casual about their objection. Any other questions about that specifically? Or comments? Terry? Okay. I think what happens is we overthink what it means to get on the phone with somebody. We kind of like over worry, like get overly worried about it. And what you can do, guys, if you don't know what to say, like say, for example, you ask them if they have any interest and they gave you an objection and you do not know how to respond, please reach out. Ask us, how should I respond to this? I don't know how. Do you know how many times I messaged Anne in the beginning of this? And I was like, here's what so and so said to me. How would you respond to this? It always helps to bounce it off, doesn't it? Somebody else. And we want to help you to make it casual. So getting on the phone is not a big deal. I want everybody to overcome the hurdle of thinking that it's hard to get on the phone. It's hard to get a three-way call because it's actually not, everybody. And I want to help you get to that point of it not being hard to you. So when you get that objection and you don't know what to say, just reach out, ask us, how would you respond to this? And we'll help you take it to the next step. Guys, we're a team. We want to help everybody sponsor, everybody enroll, everybody build their customer base and their team. I know the time is passing here. So any other comments before we go? I just want to make myself available to you all. I want you to know that I'm here for you, and I'm happy to have more conversations about this topic and any other topic.
Thanks for all of your support and thanks for letting me share.
Of
Hope I
course.
wasn't too intrusive on there. I just wanted to clarify a few things. But
Lisa, you're not intrusive. I want this to be like a dialogue. I wasn't doing like a, slideshow training or anything. It's really like, let's just talk about this, guys. Let's help each other.
one of the things I think that is, it's like when you get into this industry, and you all sometimes we forget like who we are when we showed up here, Partner Co. Like, we're successful in our families, with our husbands, with our whatever our jobs are, whatever it is that you're really good at, and you come here and it's almost like, oh my God, I'm not worthy. And I really want you to understand you are worthy of this. This is not something that just happens for some people. But what has to happen is personal development and stretching and growing. And one of the things that it takes is knowing that you have value here and understanding that you don't want to discount yourself. You don't want to discount this company. You don't want to discount its products, because every time you do, like Stacy said, you cannot reverse that. If you
Right.
sign somebody up for one product with no auto ship or no subscription, and you do that successfully for even like 2 weeks, it's going to you're going to have to train those new neural pathways to move in a different direction, because now it feels like you're ripping people off. So I really want to also say, when things happen, when they come out with specials like Black Friday specials and all that, that's when I'm going directly to Stacy, because no matter what, I don't care what her title is, but I care how long she's been doing this. I need that frame of reference. I need to know, do I do this, or do I get distracted with this, or do I stay the course? And for all
That
of you that have
Lisa,
done,
and 1 second, let me interrupt you here. Thank you for saying that. But the whole point is what corporate does is not always the best for us too. They
right.
want to do what's best for us, which is why we talk though. Which is why we as leaders all need to talk about what the company comes out with.
Yeah.
I probably should have said something right from the beginning. Hey guys, avoid signing up one product orders. It might be harder in the long run. But go ahead, Lisa.
Well, but you know what? You learn and you
Yeah.
go, okay, you know what? I now know through my own experience, which is a felt experience. You just put yourself in a place where you went over a speed bump, you made it out to the other side, you're still here, and now you know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Nope, I'm staying the course. And that's what makes you a good leader. What makes us good at everything we do is by failing forward. So it's not a failure, but it's just like the Good Friday. I keep calling it Good Friday, the Black Friday specials. That's
Good
why we
Friday.
said don't post those on your social media page, because what you're doing is you're making it extremely difficult for people to buy your product at a retail or at a 167 price, because if they see that, they're going to always want that deal. That's something you do privately. You
Well, it's
maintain,
also respecting everybody else's
right? You
businesses
want to
by not
maintain.
posting a
Yeah,
price.
yeah, exactly. And so the value is you, right? The value is they're coming to you. If they go to the website and they try to buy a bottle of drops, it's 176 plus tax shipping. You're saving them 33% discount. Don't think your product's expensive at 167. It is not expensive. And I've seen people that can't eat, can't buy groceries, buy drops, because that's where they are, and that became the priority.
Well,
You
and
know,
look what Cindy just said. She made him a preferred customer. One
yeah.
box of drops is 15% off. It's 150 plus shipping and tax. It usually ends up being like 170 something, guys, depending on your tax rate.
Mm.
So I'm not saying don't do that, but they might as well pay you cash for 167 and you pocket that retail, pocket that cash. It's better for you.
And I mean, you guys know if you buy a 30 pack, you're making $2,500 profit on that. If you did that once a month or once every 2 months and you brought in brand partners and all they did was do the business that way, they're making a lot more money than what we've done in the past to try to make money in this industry. So that is something you have to protect because your brand partners won't stick it out if they can't sell boxes. So if we are selling four for 371 through the website versus putting that money in their pockets, we're not helping our brand partners. We may help our customer more than we care about our brand partners. And I mean, I just want to put that in perspective, right? If you're going to care about somebody, care about the people that are joining us, right? Because they're consistently building and helping to change lives where the customer is maybe a one-time customer. So just remember that when you're trying to offer these products that they are good value and don't feel bad. Do not feel bad about that. And that's where that millionaire mindset training, get in that group because that's what all of this does. It changes our mindset so that we can really have what we need up here to be able to do the skills that we're being taught today. That's huge. So get your teams to Ultimate, get them to enroll 2 people right away and get them in that ongoing program because that's taking it to phase 2. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to say any more. Just overstep.
All right, guys, we're coming up on the hour, so I just want to thank you for joining me today. I really hope this was helpful. And please reach out to me if you have any other topics you want us to chat about in the future. Okay? Have a good weekend, everybody. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Stacy.
Thanks for everybody's input. Bye.